Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Master League and let's see if we can get some wins. We're going to be using the Tapu Fini with the Rhyperior and the Zacian in the back. Favorable matchup, they switch out into the Landorus. We are going to fire off a Nature's Madness to debuff them, but dealing a good chunk of damage. Our opponent does throw the Sandsear Storm. We can resist that. We're going to fire off another Nature's Madness. Takes out the Landorus. And now we see the Ho-Oh come in. This Ho-Oh is going to try to gain a lot of energy. They go for the Brave Bird, dip out of there, and go into their Zygarde. Player Up does get used, so we are going to be able to do some super effective damage. And now we got to try to win this game with the Tapu Bulu and the Rhyperior. Crunch gets used, we can resist it. We do get debuffed though. That's a little bit unfortunate. Another Nature's Madness doesn't quite KO. We switch out, try to get a little bit of energy advantage. And now comes the bait situation. We have to shield the first move. Sacred Fire does get used. We're going to build up a ton of energy. Fire off the Breaking Swipe. They call the bait. We're going to fire off another Breaking Swipe bait. Do we get a shield? Yes, we finally get the shield. And then we're going to build up a lot of energy again. Throw another Breaking Swipe. They don't believe us, but we do get the debuff. Sacred Fire does get used. We get debuffed this time. And now we're going to fire off another Breaking Swipe, getting the shield. Double debuffed. Brave Bird does get used, but unfortunately for them, it is not enough to take us out. They have to go into their Zygarde, fire off the Crunch, and we are able to farm down to get to a move. So we're going to be able to fire off this Nature's Madness. So GG's to our opponent. What a wild game. Had to get through so many shields. Had to get to so many Breaking Swipes with the Rhyperior just to be able to take out that Ho-Oh. Tough situation. Got the Tapu Bulu versus the Rhyperior. Super good matchup here. They go into their Primarina. It is going to tank the Grass Knot, and down goes the Primarina. We see the other Fairy type, and we're going to switch into our own Zacian here. We are going to pressure them with a potential wild charge, but we go for the play rough, so we do grab a shield. We're going to shield here. Ends up only being the Ancient Power. They try to catch a move, but we're going to fire off another play rough, and we're trying to switch out of here. Okay, there we go. They built up a ton of energy. They're going to throw a Rock Wrecker. We do show the correct move, and now we just got to over farm. Fire off this Grass Knot on great timing. This is going to take out the Rhyperior, and now we're going to try our best to get to 2 Nature's Madness. First Nature Madness debuffs them. They are able to farm us down. We're going to go into our Rhyperior. What moveset are they running? Will they be able to take us out? Aurora Spear goes through, doesn't quite KO, and these Mud Slabs are still dealing a good chunk considering they are resisted. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Rhyperior at the end. So we got the Tapu Bulu with the Rhyperior core. The Zacian lurking in the back is trying to find the dragons. Okay, this is going to be an unfavorable matchup for us, as they're going to be able to get to a potential flying attack. So we're going to try to catch a move. Oh, Focus Blast Yveltal. That is a very big surprise. Huge Focus Blast goes through. Maybe they're not even running the Oblivion Wing. Nature's Madness goes through. They probably were not running it, so now they're going to be able to come back in with the Ho-Oh and farm. We do get the debuff, and we switch out of there. We're going to have to shield here. They also get the debuff, and now they have the advantage, unfortunately. So, yeah, that was a tough situation to deal with. especially with the Yveltal running Focus Blast. And then the Ho-Oh in the back was kind of a core breaker. Not sure what else we could have done differently. Obviously, we could have shielded that, but not expecting the Focus Blast on the Yveltal. So, GG's to our opponents. They are able to basically get a good alignment when we got switched out. All right, we got the Necrozma versus the Tapu Bulu. Not the best matchup here. We got a core breaker amongst our team. This is gonna fire off the Sunsteel Strike to take us out immediately, but we are gonna be able to face the Rhyperior and Rhyperior onto their Dialga. Dialga throws the Iron Head, but we are going to be able to one-shot farm down. We see the Necrozma come back in. We're going to fire off a Breaking Swipe here. Try to get a debuff. Okay, we do get the debuff. Going for another move. Oh, wow. They had a Ho-Oh in the back, and that is horrible for us. We're going to fire off a Breaking Swipe. Try to get a debuff, but unfortunately it does not happen. This Zacian here has to basically get to 2 wild charges. We're going to fire off a Play Rough first. We do grab a shield, and they are going to be able to farm us down. So, wow. A lot of Ho-Ohs floating in the back. Kind of a tough situation right there, especially since we don't have a direct fast move answer for those Ho-Ohs. All right, let's see. Next game, we got the Tapu Bulu versus the Rhyperior. Favorable matches for us if we throw in good timing. This Grass Knot here does get shielded, so they're deciding to stay in. Oh, they actually switch out into their Yveltal, trying to catch a Grass Knot. But we're going to go into the Rhyperior, apply the full pressure. We do get that second shield. We're going to shield once and try to get to another Rock Wrecker. This Rock Wrecker here will deal a significant amount of damage, so much so that we take out the Yveltal, so at least we have one of the counters taken out. We see the Xerneas come in here. So now we can safely just catch a move and get the alignment we want. Moonblast does get used. We are able to tank it. They're going to be able to get to another move here. Close Combat does get used, so it allows us to overfarm. We're going to fire off a Wild Charge to take out this Xerneas. And now we're going to try our best to get to another move. They are going to snipe our energy there. Surf Rhyperior is interesting, but fortunately for us, we already have a Grass Knot ready with our Tapu Bulu, and down goes their Rhyperior. So GG's to our opponent. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.